Solomon was an ordinary fisherman in Sierra Leone, raising 3 children with his beloved wife. His son Djimon was particularly well-behaved, understanding, and eager to learn, walking 5 kilometers to school daily. But one fateful day, when Solomon went to pick up his son, they encountered armed rebels. These men were cruel and bloodthirsty. They fired indiscriminately at civilians, including many children, without blinking. In the chaos, Solomon helped his wife and children escape, but he was captured and sent to diamond mines for hard labor. At the mines, working as a slave, Solomon accidentally discovered a world-class pink diamond whose size and color were enough to shake the world. He desperately wanted to keep it, but recently a fellow worker who had hidden only a tiny rice grain-sized diamond in his mouth was discovered and shot dead on the spot. Where could he hide such a large diamond? Just then, a loud explosion rang out. The nearby water pump had exploded, drawing everyone's attention. Solomon quickly seized the opportunity, crouched down, and hid the diamond between his toes. He used the excuse of needing the restroom to leave quickly, but the rebel commander noticed his suspicious behavior and blocked his path. Fortunately, the diamond was hidden under his foot sole, so even after being searched thoroughly, nothing was found. However, as Solomon reached a secluded spot to properly hide the diamond, a cold gun muzzle pressed against his head. The commander had quietly followed him. Just as Solomon was about to hand over the diamond, fate smiled. Government forces launched a surprise attack, and a bomb landed next to them. The rebel commander was severely injured while Solomon escaped and buried the diamond under a dry tree. Captured by government forces and sent to prison, Solomon faced the same rebel commander, now with one injured eye, but still alive. The commander roared in front of everyone. "This punk has a priceless pink diamond. Whoever finds it gets a big reward." Everyone looked at Solomon with covetous eyes. This news reached Danny Archer, a white man born and raised in Africa who'd become an unscrupulous diamond smuggler. Wherever there were diamonds, Danny could be found. This was a dangerous profession. One slip-up could cost your life. But with vast experience, Danny had honed cunning skills for recognizing threats and successfully smuggling goods. He understood the pink diamond's value far better than Solomon. It could achieve financial freedom and let him escape Africa for good. Danny had his accomplices bail Solomon out, giving him money to prevent being thrown back in jail. But Solomon was single-mindedly focused on finding his family. Danny offered a deal. "Without me, you have even less chance of changing your fate or finding your wife and children." When rebels launched a large-scale attack, the city was plunged into war. The two escaped together amid chaotic fighting. Danny, a seasoned mercenary, led Solomon through bullets to safety. Government forces engaged rebels with no regard for civilian lives. To escape the city's exit guarded by 3 rebel soldiers, they took a risk. Danny told Solomon to pretend to be a rebel while he pretended to be a prisoner. When guards let down their guard, Danny drew his gun and shot them dead, then used a sniper rifle to kill a fleeing rebel. This made Solomon realize Danny's ruthlessness. Mixing with refugees, they reached a government camp where they met journalist Maddy Bowen. Danny struck a deal. "I can provide information, but you must use your UN database access to help Solomon find his family." Through her database, they located Solomon's family in Guinea. Arriving by helicopter, they found over 1 million refugees, but miraculously Solomon spotted his wife and daughter. However, his son Djimon had been taken by rebels. This devastated Solomon because he'd witnessed the cruelty of child soldiers. His prediction came true. Djimon had been trained by the one-eyed commander into a killing machine. When slaughtering villagers, the boy showed no emotion. Worse, the government announced Solomon's family would only be released after the war ended. Danny revealed the blood diamond supply chain to Maddy. He smuggled diamonds to neighboring countries where buyers handed them to middlemen. When middlemen bribed customs, they certified diamonds as domestically mined, allowing legal export. Behind this chain was Colonel Coetzee, who hoarded diamonds to control supply and maintain high prices while sustaining war to prevent rebel diamonds from flowing directly to market. The 3 infiltrated the diamond mining area disguised as Maddy's staff, but their convoy was attacked by rebels. Solomon saved a child during the crisis, but they had to take a different truck into the jungle. They encountered local militia who led them to a hidden manor for refuge. That evening, listening to children singing under palm wine's influence, Danny opened his heart to Maddy. He revealed he was born in Africa. When 9, his mother was killed and father beheaded. War had taken everything. At 19, he followed the colonel to become a mercenary, but realized it was all for money, not peace. Now he wanted to live peacefully, and that pink diamond was his ticket to leave Africa. They had to divert to Colonel Coetzee's camp to save an injured manor owner. The colonel was preparing to lead troops to Kono and demanded Danny accompany him. But Danny knew once he followed the army, he wouldn't get any diamond. So he asked Maddy to help lure guards from the armory so he could steal weapons and take Solomon himself. Understanding Danny's dangerous mission, Maddy could only nod through tears. Danny handed over evidence so that even if he died, Maddy could expose the truth. With her help, he got weapons. Before parting, having developed feelings through hardships, Maddy took a photo and gave Danny her contact numbers. When Danny learned the diamond was at least 100 carats, his steps became lighter. But that night, Solomon spotted his son Djimon on a passing rebel vehicle. Too anxious, he made noise and they were nearly caught. After escaping, Danny threatened Solomon with a knife, but Solomon remained firm that his son was more precious than any diamond. After days of walking, they reached the heavily guarded mine. Danny sent coordinates to the colonel for heavy firepower to clear a path, hoping to sneak in during battle. But Solomon, worried his son was inside, secretly infiltrated enemy territory and found Diameter. His son didn't recognize him and captured him as a traitor. Danny followed, but could only wait. Early next morning, the injured rebel commander appeared. Seeing Solomon, he was overjoyed and used an axe to threaten him to hand over the pink diamond. The commander coveted this diamond because he wanted to use the money to escape this hell on earth. Faced with the threat, Solomon was about to surrender while Danny, hiding in shadows, was anxious the diamond would be snatched away. Just then, the colonel's helicopter appeared. Under bullets and bombs, rebels fell apart. Danny's mind was clear. He had to protect Djimon to get Solomon to reveal the diamond's location. Despite danger, he saved Djimon. Solomon found his chance for revenge, using an iron bar to smash the one-eyed commander's head. With firepower advantage, rebels were quickly wiped out. Everyone's focus turned to Solomon, who knew the diamond's location was his life-saving card. When the colonel threatened both unless they revealed the location, they fought back. Danny killed soldiers while Solomon attacked the colonel, and Danny finished off the colonel. Solomon retrieved the diamond, but Danny's abdomen was hit during battle. As they climbed toward the helicopter 10 kilometers away, Danny collapsed. Solomon carried him, but Danny was exhausted. Knowing death was near, he gave Solomon the diamond and Maddy's contact information, warning him not to trust his accomplice. When enemies caught up, Danny made a final stand to buy time for Solomon's escape. Using a satellite phone, he called Maddy. "The scenery here is beautiful. I wish you were here too." Maddy cried she wished she could be with him, but Danny said he was exactly where he belonged. After hanging up, Danny grabbed blood-soaked dirt, confirming the colonel's words about his fate. In the sunset, Danny peacefully closed his eyes. With Maddy's help, Solomon brought the pink diamond to London and reached a trade agreement with diamond monopoly bosses to reunite his family. The transaction was fully recorded by Maddy. Afterward, Maddy exposed the blood diamond trade's dark secrets using her evidence. Solomon stood as a witness, telling the world Africa's bloody stories. Finally, in May 2003, 40 countries signed the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme. Any legally mined diamond must be in tamper-proof containers with Kimberley certificates for export. Otherwise, diamonds of unknown origin are banned. Diamonds are just ordinary stones, but human greed makes them symbols of wealth and power. To obtain profit, evil in human nature is exposed, leading to exploitation and bloodshed. Although international agreements can slow illegal diamond trade, there's no way to reduce human greed. The thing that is bloody has never been the diamond, but human greed and ever-expanding desires.